Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, January 18th, 2025. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for live 2-hour sew-in chat. I also have chats on Wednesday, which are just live chats from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please join us at any of those events. I also have an online scrap quilting club that's $60 for the year. It's a Zoom meetings, and I try to save the Zoom meetings until I run out of space, and then so you can watch the uploads if you can't watch in the live Zooms, which are the second Sundays of the month, 3 to 5 p.m. So if you want to join us, contact me at teaquilts.com, TEA quilts with an S.com for any of those. Thank you, thank you. We're going to give people just a minute to get in. While I'm doing that, I can also go ahead and pull you guys up so I can read some of the chats. I'm going to be finishing the final. I haven't pressed this quarter yet, but I got one more to do for the Interwoven pattern, which is a Villa Rosa pattern. So I am going to sew the last quadrant. Let's see. I got other things open. Make sure this volume is off if I've got all of that going on. I don't normally use this phone for anything, but my other phone was out of power, so I had to use it. Search. All right. All right, we got quite a few people in here. Darcy Savali is one of my moderators. She's saying hi, T, and all quilters. Give T her thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also, check out the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer those 4 questions so that you can gain admission. And then she says, God bless. Let's make pillowcases. Thank you, Darcy. If you don't know, we're also doing a pillowcase drive for 2025. Our goal is to receive 200 pillowcases. Trying to see where we are. We're 20% of accomplishment. We have 40 pillowcases that have been received thus far. A lot of people are going to bring them when they come to retreat in 2025. The due date for pillowcases for people that are not attending retreat is May 31st, 2025. If you want to make pillowcases and donate them, just Google online hot dog or burrito style pillowcase, free pattern, and you should come up with all kinds of options. You can use any of those patterns that you find to make a pillowcase, or 2 or 3 or 20. And then all my contact information as far as how to mail to me is in the description box of all of my videos that are uploaded. So looking forward to that. We've got Melody Kiefer here, Elaine Doucette, Nikki B, Vivian Calvi, Dee Branson, Kim R. says that her and her son will be making pillowcases tomorrow. He wants to learn to sew. Perfect beginner project. That is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. That and pajamas because they're just elastic waist. Betsy Layton's here saying, I hope your day was successful. I'm working on some hearts tonight. Stay warm all. Rent is paid. Yes. Carol Williams is here. And going back to Betsy, says she's working on hearts. That was our January project. We did a project. We had our Zoom class. And then we also have a Facebook group. That's for the online. It's Scrap Quilting Club via Zoom. And you have to be paid members, $60 a year again. for a yearly subscription. You have projects that you don't have to do. They're not mandatory that you do them. It's just ways for people to use their scraps, but you can also come into the Zoom working on your own projects. Sharon Lewis is here. Brenda Foley. Michelle the Quilter. Quilt Gal. Dorothy Battle. Sue GSD, another moderator, says 158 days until the absolute best retreat ever. I solemnly promise not to complain about the heat. Oh my goodness. We don't know what this building holds. I haven't been here in so long, so it's going to be interesting. It looks good. You know, Sheila D is here. Dolores Feltz. Mary F. Francis Jackson. June Hanson. And Suzette Peterkin Denton. And then we just had a couple more. Let's see. Yolanda Riza said her rent is paid. When you see rent is paid in the chat, that means that they have hit that thumbs up button. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, go ahead and hit it now. We'll be right here waiting for you. And I would really appreciate it. It keeps the videos in circulation. Another thing, if you're watching this video and we're live at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on January 18th, 2025, and you cannot type into the chat box, that means you're not subscribed. So subscribe so that you can chat with us as well. And tonight, I'm not going to actually read all the comments. I'm going to try to get this last row done, which I'm just making it under an hour, but I don't start sewing until like 30-40 minutes into the video. So we're going to try to make some changes today. So this is my border pieces. These are these pieces. You know, I have not, well, I've been in this room, but I've been working on 2 other projects. So I've got to figure out where my pieces are. They're back here. Gotta find them. All right, so we just put this up here. I hate pinked edges jelly rolls because this stuff is everywhere. Can't wait to get rid of that. I was just about to put it on top of my quilt here. This quilt was in here because I thought I was going to use it, and I'm not going to use it. I picked something else, but I will show it to you since we're here with it. One thing that I did since we last met is that I did go into the Facebook group for Dresden Village. We're doing the sew along, and so I went on there and I actually demoed how to get to this part. We're working on these blocks now. I have one more Dresden Village pattern available. I'll get my book up in a second and show it to you. But during the live, I was kind of doing a little demo, but I did get a chance to finish 3 plates more. I had cut out 6, but we need a whole lot more than that. But I just wanted to show you that I have still been working on it, and I just left the project here so that I wouldn't forget to tell you. And then this week, we're going to start the Fabulous Sew Along, and I don't have any fabulous patterns in stock. That's all been sold. For people that signed up for Dresden Village and you are not in the group, I know I sold way more than 9 patterns. We only got 9 people in the group. So if you signed up for Dresden Village, paid your $12 for the Facebook group, and then purchased your pattern, you need to request to join the group. And I just left this here so that I would remember to tell you. Frances says that she just received her Dresden Village pattern. And I do want to say again, because I've said it when I was selling the patterns earlier, that this is not a pattern for somebody that's scared of small pieces, because it's loaded with small pieces. I can't remember the block size, but it's tiny. They're tiny blocks. So I'm going to just give a section every month. I'm not expecting anyone, including myself, to keep up with the monthly assignments and getting it all done. But what my goal is for Dresden Village is that we get a little bit done every month. So you've done every technique. And this is just going to be one of those quilts that's going to take a little time. I have seen hanging in the quilt shop 3 of these quilts. And then I've also seen the pattern writers quilt hanging at a quilt show. And every time I see this quilt, it's just so gorgeous. And then I beat myself up because I've had the pattern for maybe 5-6 years, estimating how long I've had it. But I've been wanting to do it, so at least I've started. That's the main thing. So we're going to get some sections done. We may not get all the block units done, and it does depend on if you're going to sew your pieces by machine, which they don't really tell you how to applique, but the quilts that I've seen, I could have sworn they were stitched down by machine with either a zigzag, a buttonhole stitch, or just a straight line top stitching. And I haven't decided how I'm going to do mine. I just know that if I top stitch it now and then I go to quilt, if I want to top stitch it later, that stitching's already there. So I was a little bit confused as to if I wanted to do a needle turn, which I don't have to like turn under because my pieces are already turned under because they're Dresden plates. Let me bring the block back up for you guys. So yeah, it's I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got to make some decisions, but you know, when I make that decision, it's got to go for the whole entire quilt. Now, I've already hand sewed my circle down by hand instead of stitching it by machine, but that wouldn't matter. You know, as long as I do all my circles by hand, I could still come through and machine stitch, top stitch all of these down. So I'm just not sure yet what I want to do with it. So I'm in limbo. So I'm just going to, I think I cut out blades for 6 blocks, which we need way more than that, but that's what I have. So I'm going to start working on those and figure out what I'm going to do with those 6. And then as I need to add on, I'll already have everything figured out. But it is not for the meek. It is not. Maria Quarterman is here. Oh, she's so... Prayers for your husband. He's in the hospital. Sorry about that. Claudette Hall is here. Diane McCoy. And a lot of people are sending her blessings and wishes. So you all are so great. I love my Teaquilts community. Melissa Make Quilts is here. Leetta Bryant. And Jason Lewis. Well. Are you bored? You don't have anywhere to go tonight? Oh my goodness. And Mary says she still can't find her fabulous pattern. That happens to me all the time. That's why when I set up these sew-alongs, one thing I do recommend is putting your patterns, like if you know you want to work on it. My book is such a liar, though. Look at it. It says 2024 works in progress, okay? But that's a lie because I didn't get to start anything that we wanted to do last year. So this is actually 2025, but I just get me some sheets. And I said I was going to show you the Dresden Village pattern. And just remember, these blocks are tiny. That Dresden plate block that I showed you is the largest thing in the quilt that I just had in my hand. That's the largest piece. Everything else is small. So yeah, but you know, it ain't gonna get done if you don't do anything. So we're gonna get started, get done what we can get done each month, and then I'm just gonna have people report into the group what you were able to do. And if it's nothing, there is no shaming. Things happen. I couldn't do nothing for a whole year. And then this is our fabulous sew along. Just for people that don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have any more patterns. I only have one Dresden Village pattern left at this point. And let's see. What else did I have in my, I'm going to do in 2024 and didn't do? A whole lot. A whole lot. I did make the wallets for my sister. I just keep those in here. I think what I'm going to do is make 2 different books because I keep doing the wallets because my family love them. So I don't want to keep printing the information. And I have such a small space that I don't want to have my iPad or reading the instructions off the iPad when I need it to hoop the fabric and things like that. So I go ahead and just print it. And then I don't really use the instructions until I get stuck. Yeah, but it's quite a few things in here that I was supposed to be doing in 2024. And the only thing that I've done, I was just checking so that I wouldn't tell a tale, is the striped wallets, okay? So we've already changed it up for 2025. So already doing good. Thank you, Carissa. She says my block was really pretty. Thank you. I think Kansas City won. Carissa is asking about the game from Mary. But they won. My husband just told me. Do you have templates for the Dresden? I can order more templates for the Dresden, which I would really recommend. If you haven't watched the video, go back and watch the video. Anybody, not you, Francis, because I know you were in the live. But I can order you templates. I ordered some, and then when I had them, a few people bought them right away, and I didn't order them for every pattern that I sold because I wasn't sure if everybody wanted them. But I can definitely get you the templates you need. Email me, Francis, because that's best because I won't forget. Annette J is here. T. Roberts. Oh my God, says she's lost her fabulous pattern as well. Hey, Sheila Willis. Benita Nance. Don Cunningham, welcome to the chat. So, let's see. Oh, I'm part of a project that one of you Teaquilters sent me information about, and I'm not going to talk about it any more than that until the project is in its completion stage, because I will be sharing it with you all then. But I had a meeting interview today, and I was told to bring 3 of my quilts. I decided to take African Shuffle, which is my Take 5 pattern that's available for sale on my website. I don't think I have any Take 5 kits in stock, but if somebody was to order one, I would cut it for you. So I took that quilt, number 1. Number 2, I used that quilt as my backdrop. And then quilt number 2 I took was one of those My Roots panels. Although I just have a big panel with simple borders, it was the meaning that was important to me. And then I took another quilt that you all haven't seen, which is a challenge quilt called Hanging Too Long. I took that just to show the versatility of my quilt making. And then I took that, but I was thinking about taking this one. And the reason why I didn't take this one, it was because I was trying not to take something that was somebody else's pattern, because I didn't want to have to worry about them getting the documentation correct on whose pattern it was and all of that. So I just decided not to take this. But this is one of my favorite quilts. It's a Carol Briard Fallard quilt pattern. At one point, and I'm not sure if it's true now, and I can't remember the name of it because I've been trying to find it, but I'll have to find it if somebody's interested. Just put a comment on the outside of the video, and then I will answer that question and pin it if somebody asks me about it. At one point, Carol she retired from pattern making. I don't know if she retired completely from presentation, like lecturing and things like that. I'm not really sure. But she made a lot of her patterns free online. Now, I had purchased this pattern way before she did that. Matter of fact, this quilt was completed in 2009, I think. Yes, 2009. Started April, finished in May. And I liked it so well that I really got it done because I really enjoyed it. Part of the reasons why I liked it so well was because it reminds me of the arch, but has nothing to do with the arches, with the arch. The arches in here has nothing to do with the arch. So I ended up making this quilt, and I was really thinking about taking it because, again, I was trying to find something that was different from my Take 5 and my Roots quilts because those were more simple piecing. I wanted to showcase some other styles that I had. And so I decided not to take this because then I would have to worry about how she spells her name. I think she's Carol with a Carol, and I'm not sure if she has an E on it. And then I couldn't remember Briart at all, how she spells that. And then I know it's Fallert, Fallert. So if you're looking for it, just look for Carol Fallert. And then say her free patterns maybe in a Google search and you should find it. But this is a foundation piece, but she uses a freezer paper method, and I had never done that before. She was doing classes where she was teaching that technique, but I just kind of figured out what she was trying to tell me in the pattern because there's a lot of stuff, and I'm not one of those people that like to read. I'm one of those people that like the pictures, so I had to really figure out how to do the freezer foundation method. You don't actually stitch the pieces on the freezer paper. It all pulls off and you can use it again. It's amazing how she does that. But I just wanted to show you all the quilts since it was laying here because I forgot to come back in here and clean all of this stuff up. Again, I don't know what she called it because I named it Gradation Sewing in Geese Formation. So I don't know if any of those words is in the pattern title, but when you see it, you will know that it's this quilt. She has beautiful work. Thank you everybody that's saying the quilt's beautiful. And this is one that I did 2009. I did not have a long arm, so I did all of that machine quilting, and it's custom quilted on my, at that time, probably a Singer. The Singer XL 1000 is what I had at that time. So thank you. Janet McCurl came in. Linda Gray. Anita Scott came in. I don't know if I said her name. So thank you, everybody. So now we're going to get started with piecing these units. And I got to get them in the order that they're going to be sewn. And I think that's it right there. Well, I don't have to get them in the, well, I do too, don't I? Where's my pattern? Let's start with that. This is the pattern for those that haven't seen it. We're doing the final quadrant. I'm piecing this in 4 sections. So I've been doing a section each live. And this is one of those quilts that I could have completed in a day. But when I'm doing lives, I have to think of what I'm going to sew. And some things I can show you guys and other things I cannot show you. So I just pick something and then I stick with it and just only sew it on the lives. Or if I don't get that section completed, then I'll finish the section off camera so that I can be caught up when I come back live. That would be the only time I'm actually sewing on it. So that's why I'm still working on this project. It's not because it's difficult. It's because I need something and I can't be figuring out every time I'm coming here what I'm going to sew on. It just makes my life easier. All right, so we're going to be sewing the pink rose going first. Hi, Liz Wilson. Thank you. And Carissa says freezer paper method that she hasn't tried that. Yeah, it's like you pressing it to the back and it has no seam allowances. So what you're actually doing is sewing right next to it. So I love the technique. I just have never done that technique again, which is so weird that I enjoy doing the quilt. That's, again, I got this, I started in April, finished it in May, so less than 60 days. And I got the entire quilt done because I enjoyed the process. It was a challenge quilt too. And I did put down here, it was a paper foundation piecing challenge. It was with my small group, so less people participating. And I did win first place, though, with that quilt. All right, now I need to know, how do I start? Okay. Second row. I just have to concentrate on these things because, you know, you have the same fabric starts and end the row, and I need to make sure I have the right piece when I do that. Whoa, what are you doing? It told me I guess it didn't like me pressing on the presser foot all of a sudden, and it did it again. I'm gonna cut this thread. Sometimes when it does that, it wants to be rethreaded because I am using a thread spool to, you know, a large cone, thread cone. So it's not actually on the machine. So I just like to, every once in a while when it's giving me error messages, I'll just take everything out and make sure everything is threaded correct. So we'll just start with the bobbin. It told me it was the top, but I'm going to check everything because I find sometimes when it tells me it's the bobbin, it's the top. Okay. So because we don't want that all night. And I want to make sure nothing is touching it. So sometimes things will jump out of the tension. So if your machine's giving you warnings, just, you know, pay attention. All right. Now we go to the next one. It's doing it. Now it's saying, oh, my bobbin door was open. Sometimes I don't push it up enough. It come right back down. But it will let you know. Diane asking if I've done a video with paper piecing. It's on the, I want to say it's either Snail's Trails. I think it's Snail's Trail block that I've done paper piecing just off the top of my head. I'm sure I paper pieced more than once. Carol says she added the, okay, see, I told you I didn't know how to spell her name. She says it's Carol Breyer Fallard, and Carol is spelled Caryl. She said I added the website in the chat. I don't see it. Let me go back and see, because she's not, I don't know. It wouldn't have stood out. I don't see it. But that could be because she doesn't have a moderator. But I thought anybody could put it in here. Remo JS just came in. Show your love and support to the educator and the most She said, hit the thumbs up. Because Rima, I don't know what she's talking about. She said, stop lurking. You're watching, join, and thumbs up. Deborah Holloway, welcome. And Judy Smith. Okay, so y'all can see it. I got all messages, but I keep telling you, YouTube is something else because I can't even see it. So good, it went through. Thank you to, who was that? Carol. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we got the pink ones, then it's this one. Just kick one to the side because I always have to start and end with the print. So we always got to put one over. Now it's telling me the bobbin. Like, what are you doing? I'm just open and close the door again. I mean, there's only one way to put the bobbin in, that's for sure. I didn't take the machine apart. So very simple, just just not sewing on it any other time. I've been sewing on so much other stuff, it's ridiculous. My heart quilt, I still got to sew one more border. I got the top border done, the side borders. I added extra borders, a piece border. So I got the side borders on the quilt top. The top is piece. The bottom I need to piece. And I'm sick of it. Like I'm sick of this machine right now. Let's cut this thread. Take this off. I don't like issues. I start having issues, I get a new machine up here. Let's get some oil. Let's clean it. Because there's only one way to put a bobbin in. And I've been sewing so much lately that maybe I'm just making this machine dirty. So let's clean it again. Because I know I cleaned it a couple of days ago. And I didn't sew yesterday or today. Yesterday, I had put a load of clothes in my laundry. And then I put a load of clothes in there and I'm like, you know what? I got too many clothes to be taking this long to do one load. Do you know, yesterday I got in my car and went to the laundromat so I could wash all of my clothes. I was done with all the clothes. I was going to take quilts and sheets and stuff too, but I didn't take those. But I ended up taking towels. So, yeah, I went to the laundromat. And I didn't mind one bit. The only thing well, it's a plus and a con. It takes so long to fold clothes. That's the part I hate, is folding and putting clothes up. I don't mind washing them. But just trying to make sure I get some dirt out of here. Maybe it's got some dirt. I oiled it and everything, so I know it don't need oil up in the bobbin. So we're going to try this, and then I'm going to just oil from the top because I didn't oil the outside shank. So I might get a little oil in my piece, but that'll be okay. All right, put this back. But yeah, so it took me 3 hours instead of all day, maybe for 2 days. It's like, no, I don't have time for that. Run that through a couple of times just to get that drop in there. And I see a little bit of fuzz right there. And then I've been sewing on that black fabric too. And you know, it's like fraying as I touch it. So that's another thing. All right. I just put a drop in there and see if that works. If not, we can always add another one. I don't want it to leak too much on my fabric, so I normally put 2. But not today. All right, so these are done. Up next is this one. And you know what? The package that I just got from Laura, she had a lot of those paper foundation things in there. Maybe when I finish this project, you know, she had some loose sheets, like she had half used some. So maybe I'll come back on and I'll do a Saturday chat where I'm just paper piecing some of that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to pull whatever I got and we're going to go from there. So I'm not going to worry about what it's going to look like because I'm not trying to make a project. But I can do paper piecing on here live for you guys. Because it's been a while since I did paper piecing on here. It's been a while since I've done paper piecing, period. So I'll do some paper piecing. I'll go in that container and pull out the ones where she used some of them. I still got the box sitting right here because I have not been back in this room since Wednesday. So, yeah. The box is right here. Yeah, now it's sewing right. I don't know what all of that was about. It was just being temperamental, I guess. This is a directional print. They're my favorite. Not. See if I turn the whole stack, maybe that'll work. Every once in a while I get a jelly roll strip that's directional, and then it would, like, since I'm not cutting these pieces super tiny, it would bother me to see it upside down. And the last one is also baskets. I didn't realize I put 2 basket prints right next to each other. And so it's, whoops, that one turned the other way. So let's turn this one. The top piece was a different way. Oh well, it's in here now. At least it's a different color. Because I didn't lay these out. I just kind of randomly sewed them together and just picked up pieces so that they were different colors. So I wouldn't put all of navy in one section. That's kind of how I did it. This one's upside down. So yes. Cut the yarn on back there. I'm laughing at Carissa. She's so funny. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I knew that one of the words, because I try to keep a pattern name in there, and I apparently, like, this was a challenge. It was due in May. I didn't start till April. And so I probably was working, and then I didn't get all the information on there that I needed to, because I probably didn't put the label on because it was a challenge, because I didn't want people to know whose quilt it was. And then when I go back and do it, it's like you can't find a pattern, you can't do this, and you just start writing. And then I got all the space to fill in the rest, but I've never filled it in. So I need to, finish the label, because I just did a written label on that one. But thank you. Brenda says the name of the quilt pattern that I just showed you, my quilt for the challenge, is Soaring Compliments by Carol Breyer Fallard. And it is, last time I saw, it was on her website for a free pattern. I paid major bucks for it when she was selling them. So yeah. Remo says she got her fabrics today. Awesome. So she got her pattern and her exploding star. Thinking of exploding star, what month am I teaching it? I don't have that in here anymore. Exploding star, I think, is going to be taught in May. Part 1, and then we're going to come back for part 2 in August to give people a chance to sew, because we're all working on a lot of projects. As you all know, we're doing Dresden Village. We're doing Fabulous. We got the Round Robin that's slated to come out. We've got Scrap Club project via Zoom. Teaquilts Scrap Quilting Club locally. I got projects that I'm working on. I got to make stuff for. So yeah, and I'm also quilt show chairperson at my quilt guild. Also doing retreat stuff, trying to figure out quilt shops. And I'm also, all the stuff with the quilt show is just ridiculous, because I got to talk to companies about standards to hold the quilts. Figuring out too many things I got on my to-do list. Okay, so it's rough being me right now. So let's go back to this pink one. We'll just start with the one I started with first, just to keep them in order. Okay. I don't see my, I don't see my snips. Cray cray. I said, that's the thing too. I'm Pete and Jersey is repeat, okay? I was talking and I said, it's cray cray. And she says, cray cray. Everything you say now, she's repeating. So I had her last night. And that little girl is something else. She's happy as a lark until you tell her that it's absolute the end of her being awake time. I think normally I'll let her go. I don't really care. But I guess I was kind of tired, because yesterday I did the laundromat thing. So taking the clothes, that was the hard part, was taking the clothes out into the car, taking them out at the laundromat, bringing them back, from the laundromat to the car, bringing them back into the house, okay? I was tired. And it was 11 o'clock and Jersey's still up, okay? She ready to party. It's like she come to a party when she come to visit. She is so funny. But she talked and played and had a good time, repeat every word I said. And when it was time to go to bed, the girl had a meltdown. Poor little thing. She wants to stay. She don't want to prepare for bed. And it's not because she doesn't have a bedtime routine. She has a bedtime routine at home, but I don't have a spare room to put her in and just leave her in a crib, you know? So, yeah, poor little Jersey. I cut the light off. I'm laying right there with her, and she was just like, I don't want to go to sleep. But she was asleep within like 5 minutes. So that's the one thing. Kids crying when I know that all of their needs have been taken care of, it doesn't bother me. If I know you're just being fussy, it doesn't bother me. I can tune all of that out. I grew up with 7 other siblings. There was noise everywhere all the time. So it doesn't bother me. No, I haven't sent the emails for the round robin. I forgot. I had my quilt guild meeting Thursday. I had to prep for some stuff for that. And then I was also trying to get quilt show information. Everybody in St. Louis, due to the holidays and then the weather that we've had, everything has been closed. So everybody is behind. I haven't even booked the shop hopping on my chartered bus yet because the shops were not there. They're not in the office. A lot of them were operating out of their homes, but they don't have the things that I need for them to help me at home. So we'll try again. When I couldn't get anything done by like Tuesday, I just decided I'll wait because we had more snow that came Friday. What day did we got some more snow? I can't remember what day it was. But we've been dealing with ice issues here because it's been so cold. So the daytime, you get a little sun, it melts it. But the temperature is below freezing, so it's melting and then turning into ice when the sun goes back in. So we've been having all kinds of issues here in the St. Louis area. As of yesterday, they were still clearing the city streets. Especially like the neighborhood roads, not the main roads. They couldn't even get down the main roads. We had so much snow. We had to have over a foot of snow when it all got done. And all it did, because it was cold, it rained ice first of all. And then it was just all icy and it was heavy. It was not that fluffy, fun kind. It was a good kind to make snowmen with, though. But it was not the kind to easily shovel. So we're still worrying with snow. It's ridiculous. And ice. I got ice on our side streets too. My street still has ice on it. Right, she doesn't. She's been like that since like her newborn stage. I say she slept, but when she started realizing like when she could actually focus in on people, know when she was really hungry, things like that. Ever since she's been aware, like early on, within 2 months, she has not liked to sleep. And the doctor has given my daughter all kinds of things to try. It don't matter. That little girl just want to do what she want to do. She'll get crabby for like a minute when she knows when she's sleepy. But she'll start pacing to make sure she don't fall asleep. She'll wake herself back up. So when she was getting sleepy, she was trying to stand up in the bed. And I told her, sit, Jersey. You need to sit. And she didn't want to sit, but she kept doing what I told her to do. But she was trying to stand up so she could start pacing in the bed. See, I don't have a crib for her to walk in. She can walk in her crib. You can't walk on this bed. I don't want her to get hurt. Not on my watch, anyway. Yes, that is a lot of snow. Yeah, the snow delayed a whole lot of packages. It wasn't just yours, girl. It was some packages that had been mailed the end of December that I, recently got. So. All right. So now we're gonna got 2 pieces. We'll sew those together. Oh, I didn't do these up here. Like, I only got 4 sets. That's not gonna work. I need 5. Wow, talking about they haven't even used their snowblower in Minnesota. We don't get a whole lot of snow, so I have never thought to purchase a snowblower, but we had so much snow, I was hoping I had one, but I did not. I knew I didn't, but it would have been nice. Like I said, it was some heavy snow. But then some people say the snowblower don't work on the heavy stuff as well, that it gets clogged, which, it still would have been better than nothing. I don't know if I've got any tissues in here. I still got sinus issues and I got one eye that wants to cry. I'm so sensitive. Okay, I'm trying to find the pink pair. Start with the top. Sew these 2 together. I probably forgot to take my sinus meds today, which I've been trying to get off the sinus meds because all they do is after I be on them for, say, 10 days or more, all I want to do is sleep because they start to make me sleepy. Even things that say non-drowsy. because the one I'm on isn't supposed to do that. I don't want to sew the wrong piece together. I'm having trouble. I don't want to use my hand. I guess I'm going to have to use my shirt. I thought I had brought Kleenex in here, but I did not, apparently. Oh. Solution. Be right back. I don't want to use my hand to wipe my eye. I'll probably put the other pack over here somewhere. We'll put this one right there. Put it in a different spot. Okay. Just put this in my pocket. Okay. Much better. Hi, Paula. There has been years when we have had to use it in October. Wow. I don't want to use a snowblower in October. Hi, Minnie Doula. Welcome, welcome. Dorsey is reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. I really, 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 really would appreciate it. Really, really, really. Oops. This fabric here at the top got that fold line. Just to cut it at the fold, we'll press that out. And now, since I wiped my eye, now I'm getting the sniffles. I need to take the medicine. There's just no way around it. I think I got one more that needs the two, and then I've got to add the extra pieces on as well. I don't know if I like the Kelly green with the dark prints, but it'll be okay. I think I'm just being picky. And I need to fix me something to eat. I was so sleepy when I got home. I don't know, I got some chicken from Raising Cane's. It wasn't hot when I got it. I bought it Thursday after Gil meeting. And I heated up what I had left over when I got home. And to me, I didn't appreciate it Thursday, but I was just like, maybe you tired because it was late when I got in with that. But I heated it up and tried to eat it, put some sauce on it. And I don't know if they changed their recipe or what, but I don't like it. All right, take all of these off. Just wanted to get the first one started. These are all those extra things that people throw in the trash. They're like snowball corners when you're snowballing something and you have all of those half square triangles. Well, I've got a lot of them up here. I can't even remember what number I should have. Let's see. 56 maybe. Maybe 56 of them. But I'm like, you can make a nice little table runner for the center of your table or on a coffee table. You could do something with 56 half square triangles. Make some kind of design. All right. I'm up here hungry and my husband in there cooking something. Smells like probably turkey burger. So he not helping the issue. Alright, we'll start with this pink one. We're going to start sewing these green strips on now. So we'll just start with this one. Make sure we press this in. Alright. My strips have already been cut to size. So I'm going to pin them for those that haven't seen this process yet. Press a fold in the middle. All right. I haven't tried with salt water, but I have tried hot steam, but I haven't tried with salt water mini. I didn't have any respiratory problems, and then just developed all of these allergies to everything as I've been aging. Like, I'm allergic to Band-Aids everywhere but my fingers and toes. I can put them on my fingers, but if I put it on my arm, I'm going to break out from the Band-Aid adhesive. So I have to be really careful with that. And that's the crazy thing. That don't even make any sense. Carissa says maybe he'll cook you something. I'm not a burger person. And he's laughing out in the hallway because he can't. He's up here cooking. He's normally watching, so he can't hear. He don't know what you all are saying. He normally reading the chat while he's watching, but he can't do that. He cooking. I guess he got hungry too. But yeah. But I've had 3 Raising Cane chicken strips that were not good. That's all I've had today. So I'm ready to eat now. I was more sleepy, and I knew I should have eaten, but I was more sleepy than hungry. It's like, I need some rest. And to the end. All right, next strip here, fold it in half to get center. Okay, I kind of figured that got flipped because it looked funny. If it looks funny, it is wrong. That's why I double looked at it and still didn't see it. That's one. This one's next. The good thing is I already got some fried catfish, so I just need to find something to go with it. I'll eat that. I folded these the same way, but that's okay. We got a mark. Okay. That's the main thing. I have a mark. That old fold in your fabric coming off the boat will come back and get you if you don't press it out. I cut with my strip folded, and so then I had to open it up to cut the last piece. And I didn't go press it. What time is it? It's 9. 10 minutes after 9 about. Oops, pin down here. My seam's trying to come back the other way. You gotta watch them. You know what? I like all kinds of bread and don't like hush puppies. That's Betsy telling me that green beans and hash browns will go with the catfish. I got some. I do have green beans. I have corn. I think I ate all the broccoli. I really like I like broccoli. That's my favorite green vegetable, but I'm out of that. I went to the store, but the parking lot was so icy and stuff. I was trying to get in and out of there as quick as I could. I didn't even get everything. I had spent like $200 and only had a handful of things. It's just crazy. But I definitely didn't get everything I needed. Some aisles were more busier than others, and I was like, nope. Fold this in half. Dorsey, they talking about food. I am not reading y'all comments. They are into everything in this chat. Y'all want me to get off of here right now? I got almost 45 minutes to go. I do want to get this sewed. So I'm not even going to press the long seams this time. I'm just going to add like I did before, because I was running out of time last time. None of those rows have been pressed. I'm not going to press these either. I'll take them to my big board. I have to make sure my seams don't flip back the other way. So I'm paying close attention. Not that it matters on this quilt. Seams doesn't matter. Unless your quilting design says it does. Okay. Is there a fold in here? Yes, it is. Always. It's one nice advantage to having long arms. All right. I'm about to fold it the wrong way again. Twist it up. Okay. All right. I keep moving my little African queen. I still got my little card sitting here. I need to put it behind me, but I've been looking at her. She's so pretty. She's all up in the way, but I'm letting her stay anyway. Okay. One in about the middle. Go to the other end. Do the same. Oh, Darcy was asking about your mom, Kevin. I didn't see it till now. She just posted it ahead of you. And he up here clowning coming in. New to the channel here. Heard there's a retreat and a pillowcase drive among other things. Well, you heard correct. I talked about it all up at the top of the video. I remembered for once. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing what I needed in the chat, anything I needed to see. You know, since we don't have Kevin in here typing in all caps. I'm sure he'll do it now, though. Kevin Jason was in here. I don't know if he's still in here, but he had the nerve to show up tonight. Got one more to put on this top. On the top. I made sort of kind of like a hamburger helper thing, but what kind of meat did I put in there? Maybe it was turkey. I don't know. I can't remember. And all of a sudden, the spaghetti song came into my head. You know, where the one where the meatball rolled out the door. Yeah. I'm like, where did that come from? Okay. I need, see if I can keep, well, let's just take the middle out. I told y'all he was going to type in there just to do it. I've read all of your comments today. I read them earlier. He's screaming at y'all again. Jason talking about he here is still working on them Wensleydale blocks. Now I have, what is it? I have 2 halves. I'm ready to sew in together. So I'm like technically done. I'm trying to hold off, but I'm technically done. I got them. I'll show them to you. It's so pretty. I don't know if I pressed them. Did I? I think I did. They just need to be sewed because they're back in this room. I had them in the other room. I'm hoping I pressed them before I brought them back. I got to get around this big box, though, that I did not move. We'll see if I get this done. Let's work on this first, right? One thing at a time. And I need to square up some pieces for that final border. That's why I haven't done it. I'm tired of cutting. I didn't feel like doing any cutting, so I stopped. One. I am so glad that we are covering up all of these pinked seams. Uh-oh, my thing didn't stop with the needle down. Let me see. Okay, I guess I just hit the knee lift too fast. I thought maybe my needle down was off, but it's working right. Just every once in a while, you know. It's me. It's not you. It's not you, Bernie. It's me. Okay, I'll make sure my seams stay. I just like my backs to be neat. So if I can, even if it doesn't matter which way my seam goes, I just like it to go the way it's pressed. All right. The middle. Remember, we're not doing any pressing. So I think I'm going to try to sew with the piece part on top and see if that helps with the seam allowances. Because I think I've been sewing with the green piece on top all the time. We'll see if it makes any difference. These little threads, these little fabric scraps are getting on my nerve. Can't wait to get rid of this when we sew all of these seams in. All right, to the other end. Let's see how it sews with the seams up this time. See if it's easier or harder. Yep, I mean, they're laying right here perfect where they're supposed to be, but I'm going to pin them anyway. That's what I do. That's what I do. All right. I really like piece reduction. I'm down to the last rows for this. Sewing these rows together. Yay, yay, and more yay. Okay, next pin. Yeah, it goes in much easier this way. Not having as many problems as I thought I would have. I think while I was sewing with the hems on top, because the pinked edges are not part of the seam, but you know. We can make it work. All right. All right, all right. All right, all right. These two. Just to open it up, and then it all flipped right back down. All right, open up. And the middle is right here. Right here. Go to the ends. Right there. Hi, Teresa Forrester. Welcome. Yep, I'm just doing some row piecing. That's why it looks like a lot. And then I'm leaving them in order. I sewed them in order so I can attach them in order without having to keep looking at my little cheat sheet I got up here. Okay, so I got one of them that did flip back the other way. And it really doesn't matter, so I'm going to make sure the other end goes that way too. So I'll put a pin in there because it's been pressed the other way. I just want it to look neat, even if you're not going the right way. That I want you to go, not that it matters. Because I don't think I'm going to custom quilt this. I think I might play with some of my border or sashing things and see what I can do with it. I can experiment because I could use it later in a quilt with sashing. I don't really care about how this quilt looks per se. I might even sell it. I don't know. We'll see. If I quilt it and it looks nice, I might keep it. I'm just sewing something to be sewing. Well, I like the fabrics too. I've been making quilts with, I think this is the third quilt I've made with this fabric line. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it and what that means. I haven't figured that out. So we'll see if I decide I'm making a lecture out of a particular designer's fabric or what. I don't know. If I get enough stuff, then I normally do that. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a video and sell it anyway. I haven't even quilted the first one that I did. I got the quilt top done, but I haven't quilted it. I haven't quilted for myself in a while. Just want to get this out the way. I think my iron is hot. Oh, it is hot. So it must have just cut off. I'm working on Interwoven. I'm doing the last of the 4 quadrants. Interwoven. A Villa Rosa design. I'm so glad I'm sewing the last quadrant together. As I said, this is one that could have been sewed in a day, but I only sewed on it during the lives. And then if I was on the live and didn't get my work done, I played catch up. So I think I've done 4 lives on this because I'm in the 4th quadrant. So guess we'll have one more. Hopefully I'll get it so we can just sew the rows on Wednesday. I say it shouldn't take that long, but you know, I'm talking and reading chats and making announcements, and you know, time flies when you're having fun. So I'm hoping I don't have another Saturday on this. We shall see. Because I don't think I have anything coming in that I need to show. I don't think, but you know, could be. Unless, you know, I do have mail. People are sending in pillowcases and stuff like that too. So mail is coming in. Whoops. My papers fell off my rulers up here. I'll get those later. Fell when I came in here. I didn't have time to get it, so. Matter of fact, it fell Wednesday, and I didn't have time to deal with it. And I haven't been in here at all because I've had other things to do. I came in here to press today to press the curl Briar Fowler quilt, and then I decided, after I pressed it, decided not to use it. It's like it just makes things complicated. All right, and almost, we got 2 more rows to sew at this point. 2 more seams for rows. We got 3 pieces. It's still 9:39. That's because I've never really finished one on here. I've always had to go do homework. So I'm trying not to do homework. Or if I did, I was over my minutes. I think I did finish one on here, but I was over a few minutes, about 10 minutes. But I'm hoping we get them done today. We're not pressing. Oh, you so silly. I'm reading Kevin's comment, but not out loud. He's talking about, Miss T, which placement did you receive at the Miss Quilting USA pageant today, representing the Show Me State of Missouri? That I did not do. I came home. I was so tired. I pulled my hair into a ponytail, little bun in the back, and it's been like that. I didn't even get my earrings off or anything. So we're just going. Because I don't even wear earrings at home, especially around Jersey. She's something else. She wants to play with my watch. I don't even have watch on. I didn't put rings on because she attacks all of that. I didn't think of any of that today. Had no jewelry. But I was cute anyway. Okay, we're trying. And then when I think about trying, I'm thinking about that lady cabin in Marshall's Dry Goods. With the Jesus loves you. And I'm trying. Oh my goodness. Boy, she was a whole circus act on her own. She was throwing out quotes left and right. That's the only one that I could remember. I don't know if Kevin remembered any of them. I do not say that to you every day. You need to quit. You need to quit. He just make up stuff in this chat. It's like, what is wrong with you? Okay. Now these two pieces go together. Pin the ends, I know, because I got directional fabric, and make sure that's going the right way. These last two pieces were directional. Okay, looking for the middle. And one more pin on the end, and then we'll do the middles. All right. One more pin. And we're going to make it and have time to spare. Well, look at God. We don't need that anymore. Don't need the snips. I need my queen block to stay up there so I can look at her for motivation. She'll be pretty. Okay. Come over here. Ooh-wee. Still got the sniffles. I apologize. Should take my medicine. But I will try the salt water thing over boiling water. Boiling water with salt. I think that's what Minnie said. Yay! All right, the reveal's not going to be pretty because it's not pressed, but it's okay. You only need to see a portion of it anyway. Right there. You're not going to... Uh-oh. What the heck? I got a hole right here. Seam ripper. I missed the whole back. I'm going to check this whole thing because this is not a seam ripper. That's the wrong side. Like, what in the world? Like, where they do that at? Here live on Teaquilts. I got such a fine thread that it's hard to see on the back of fabric when it's not the solid. And I don't want to put my ripper in here because it's on the edge of my fabric and I don't want to fray it. So I'm going to have to pluck these out about every 3 stitches. And where it's loose, I don't have to worry about it. It just didn't make the... That's why I was sewing it with the other one on the top, I guess. I never had this happen before. I'm going to check the whole thing later, but I see a hole right here. And I can't go to bed with the hole in my quilt. So we've got to fix it. Okay. Praying we don't have another hole somewhere. Okay. I think I want to go down a little further. Hold on. I want to go down a little further. I like to be a little bit further than what I need so I'm not struggling at the beginning. Got a correction. I mean, I already got to sew, so it's not going to take that long. Just got to be careful. I don't get my pieces to start fraying. Oh, I was so happy. I'm still happy. I won't let a bad seam do that to me. Even when I've had to take whole quilts apart, I was still happy. I mean, I wasn't happy about the process, but I was still going to be happy. Okay, let me check this. Let me show you this, and then I'll check the rest of it. But this is what fabrics we put in here this time. I just want to pull and make sure I don't have any holes anywhere. Okay, just a one-time thing. All right, so we'll get those pressed, and then we'll be adding them with these lime pieces later. I don't know why all of a sudden my screensaver came on. Shut up, Kevin. I told you, you got to go watch the movie. Because you got to say it right. If you're not saying it right, then you cannot help me. You got to go watch the movie. Thank you. Says pretty, the green fabrics, a Kona cotton. Yes, it's Kelly. It's Kelly Green of the Moda. No, it's not Kona. It's Moda Marbles. Moda Grunge. It's Moda Grunge, Kelly. And this one has little, like, it could be yellow-ish green, and then it has some teal kind of blue in it. You know how they have 2 or 3 other colors that you can pull from? That's what it is. But the color itself is called Kelly. I did look at my chart. I don't know what I did with it after that. Minnie gonna take you out, Kevin. Yeah, it's not Kona cotton. It's Motor Grunge. And I think that's it. I don't think I missed. If I missed your comment, now would be the time to put it into the chat. Maybe I'll see it. I'm actually gonna get off of here because I'm starving. I'm gonna stay to 10, and we'll chat for a bit. But I am starving. Again, since I got minutes left. Thank you, Darcy. Good night, Melissa. Don't forget the 200 account Pillowcase drive. We have 40 so far from 6 people. So we're doing really good. A lot of people have been posting that they are working on theirs, that they mailed theirs this week or something like that. So more pillowcases will be coming. If you're not attending retreat, my mailing address is down in the description box of my videos. If you're coming to retreat and you are flying and you're making a lot of pillowcases, you can go ahead and ship them in as well, so that way you're not carrying the weight. Or if you're one of those people that are bringing an empty suitcase because you're going to be shopping, then you can put it in your empty suitcase and then you don't have to worry about it. But I don't want you traveling toting something heavy if you've made a lot. If you've made a small number, it's fine for you to just put them in your luggage. That's fine. You always want to leave room in your retreat luggage so that you can buy some stuff to take back. Now, you can also go to the post office and ship your stuff. We do have post office maybe within 10 minutes down the street, within 10 minutes. I'm saying 10 minutes because of lights and stuff like that. Lindbergh is one of our very active streets, but the nice thing about it is that it does have everything you need on it as well. So Kevin, nobody is playing with you talking about 1 million pillowcases needed. It's 200 pillowcases is needed. Good night, Melissa. I think I said that before, but just making sure. I'm still saying it. And then if you are part of Dresden Village, for some reason, I know I sold, because I had 30 something Dresden Village patterns and I only have one available, but I only have 9 people in the Dresden Village group. We started working on that, so you might want to, I'm going to pull that back up here too, so, because I want to make sure I got to get a container to put this stuff in. We have started. We're going to be working on what I'm just calling block number 1. It's the big Dresden block. We need a lot of these, but I'm just going to work on as many of these in a month as I can. And then we're going to go to the next step, whether we're finished with it or not, because what I want to do, I don't want us to be doing the sew along for 3 years, because I feel like this pattern's going to take time, especially if you're going to do hand sewing. If you're going to do machine sewing, I think it can go a lot faster, but I don't, the small Dresdens, we got to make a whole lot of those as well. And it's like, that's a big chore for 1 month. But what I'm going to do is just go ahead each month and assign something. And then you can work on it, a little bit of each thing, get each step done. And then you'll have something. And then it'll be your motivation to keep going to get the quilt done. Or you can make a cul-de-sac. 2-row quilt is my cul-de-sac. You can make a table runner or 1-row quilt. You can do whatever you want with whatever you got left, whatever you got pieced during the month. Because I'm looking forward to it. I want to get to the houses so I can see if I can use that Missouri Star fabric in my houses or not. It might be too big, but if I can use any portions of that, I might do that. I think in the pattern, I'm not really sure, they might be appliqued on doors, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to piece my houses because I'm not doing all that applique. I'm going to, if I even have to paper piece, I'd paper piece before I go and do all of that unnecessary applique. On Dresden plates, you don't have a choice but to have to do some sort of applique to get them to the back. So I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet. I got 6 of these ready to go. Well, 6 of these cut out. I've been piecing. I got 4 of them pieced. So I'm trying to, while I'm doing the steps to get the other ones up to this level, I'll be deciding how I'm going to attach my Dresden plates to my background square. So other announcements, round robin, I'm going to be sending out addresses for that. Fabulous, I will be in the Fabulous group as well. One day this week, it might be Friday again, who knows? It just depends on how the week go. I got a lot of things I got to take care of, contacting people and things like that. So it's a lot I have to do. I'm behind because of the weather here in St. Louis. So, but yeah, I think we're going to prepare to get off of here. I didn't see any questions come through the chat. Just making sure. Anybody, I don't know if anybody that's doing Dresden Village is in the chat. And if you want to do a Zoom tomorrow for a couple hours from 3 to 5 maybe, I might be able to do that. I just need to know if anybody is interested, because I'm going to probably work on it a little bit so I can get my next 2 blocks sewn together. So I might be in here working on it. If somebody wants to sew during that time, whenever I come in here, I will do that. Just let me know in the group. Let me know, because that's where I'll be putting the link for that if we're having it. Because we only got 9 people in the group with me, so another 8 people. So I know it won't be too many people in the Zoom. So I'm going to end here, guys. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out.